let's get some good chess games going. Let's have some good chess games going. Slap a tap, going with the H3 opening. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, so the opponent has lost a few tempo. Mm, this is vital to understand how to proceed in this situation. The opponent is 3 tempos down, but the position is solid. So there's nothing immediate that's there to be cracked. It's tempting to push the pawn up, but I think I'll just go for solidity. Enjoy this healthy 3-tempo boost. Okay, is he gonna do this? He really wants to trade off this bishop. So you saw what we did. We just made a few little moves so that that bishop trade, which we knew he was trying to do, would at least not come so fluently. Now this is quite on the cards, but let's see if he wants to go down this route. Let's see if he wants to go down this route. Not quite. He wants to go down this route. Huh. Well, I wanted to play f5, so I'm going to play f5. That's my pawn break. I might even go g5, f4, you know, because, okay, he's trying to stunt to that. That's fair enough. So then I won't go helter-skelter with it. I'll just change the plan slightly. Focus on development. Maybe try to double up the rooks. I don't mind if his knight comes here. And if he threatens to take this, I really don't mind. This knight I do need to protect, however. Question is how. Maybe I'm going to go and toss this knight all the way in here. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know if that's such a hot idea. I don't know if this was such a hot idea. Maybe knight should have just come all the way back. Maybe this whole thing was a bit stupid, a bit too fanciful. A bit too fancy schmancy for my own good, unfortunately, but it's all right. It is okay. Well, let's do that anyway. If he captures, then we at least get some clarity on what the position is going to look like. Relatively even position at the end of the day. Even though his opening was quite bad, it's not so bad structurally. Now we should try to hone in on this weakness here, I think. It's going to be difficult for him to defend that pawn. And everything here looks reasonably solid. As long as I keep my rook there. Maybe bishop, take with the rook, then take with the bishop, then knight back here, then something like that. We want to get this bishop outside our pawn chain. This pawn chain, we want to get him outside of it. Yeah, not looking good for white, I'm afraid. After he loses this pawn, both these pawns are gonna have a great time to the end zone here. So the end game is totally lost for white. He's gonna have to do something prolific in the middle game to give himself a fighting chance. I think he pretty much has to do this. Allow himself to try to enter the position and make these pawns his superstars, but doesn't seem to be playing by that strategy. So, well, it's a bit too late for that now, isn't it, Sonny? It's a little too late for that. No, it's not too late. I'm just playing around, but you know what I mean. It's a bit too late, Sonny. Let's see if he wants to put some pressure down here. We can try to distract his focus to that side of the board. Okay, he blocked this up open. Now we can try to explode it. But exploding it actually only helps his cause here. So I'm not going to explode it. Instead, I'm going to play this solid on the side of the board. Wait till we clarify the situation here. Is he going to capture? Is he going to advance? What's he going to do? And then figure out how to navigate it. It's true this pawn should be lost actually. After you say pawn here, then knight can come here, knight back here, and then this pawn is also a goner. But he doesn't see the obvious approach. Maybe that's a different approach. I feel like this move pretty much has to be played, but we don't want to give him counterplay. That's the other thing here. We've worked hard to get a winning position. We don't want to squander it away. I'm going to get the rook here and do something a bit more like this, maybe. I'm not sure. But I don't have to keep my eye on this anymore. I can keep my eye here. Definitely trade. Definitely trade. Now it's just game over. Let me just push the pawn up, trade a king here, push the pawns up. She's just making my job infinitely more easy. You have to open up the other side of the board when you're beat on one side of the board. Otherwise, it's just GG, you know? He didn't see the knight maneuvering to come here. He didn't see that, and that's his big problem in this game. This is a little risky now, unfortunately, so I'm gonna taper back here till we figure out his... Oh shit, I'm running low on time, crap. Okay, so he is doing the knight maneuvering once and for all, but we're back in time for it. And we can still put pressure here. And we can still pretty much, yeah. All right, good game. Ish. Good game-ish. The key principle to remember is that, well, firstly, you don't want to lose so many tempos in a game. Secondly, as a player, you don't want to get too excited when your opponent gives away so many tempos. You don't want to overpush. Keep things in control. And here, of course, we managed to win this isolated pawn. That was a key part of the game. And after that, the game dynamics totally changed. And White should have understood this and started to try to open up this side of the board to generate counterplay. But by closing it up, White only makes the job much harder for himself. Now he comes up with the right idea, but then again, this is not, I don't think it's the correct approach here. And now with the knight move, if you're going to move the knight, you got to move it like this. That's the only way to really deal with this pawn. And it's so easy, you just see it. Okay, there's the pawn. I want to target it. How do I target it with my knight? Well, I need my knight to be sitting here. How do I get my knight there? Like this. Okay. That's how you backwards deduce how to make your moves. You don't have to spot the move. You just have to know what you're after and then do it accordingly. Of course, simplifying always helps. Closing it up helps me. Now I started to lose the plot a little bit here because I knew his knight could come all the way back and I didn't want to give him any counterplay. So, yeah. All right, good game.